Hello everyone, relevant. If you're not relevant yet, you should definitely be here because you want to have good financial backing. These are 22 tips I would have killed to know going into 2021, except we're going into 2022 this year. So let's bring on the 2022 energy. I'm actually not ready to be someone's girlfriend in jail or many girlfriends. So for legal and financial reasons, this is not legal and financial advice. This is literally just my opinions, though very, very, very good opinions, might I add. Number one, you need to learn some sort of skill in exchange for income. Unfortunately, unless you're a stay-at-home daughter, you don't get hired for just being cute. If you're shooting for a 9-to-5, pay attention to the benefits package. This is especially if you have dependents, any sort of recurring illnesses, or if you have to relocate for this new work. If you wanted to, you could probably work in tech, either in admin, operations, design, customer success, and sales, if you wanted to. You don't need to be technical to go into tech. You don't need to learn how to code. As long as you have skills to support tech and the functioning business side of it, you have a role. If you're more mobile, considering living where the cost of living is low, like just for 2022, Texas, Florida, or living abroad in Europe, South America, and Asia. There's a lot of reasons even for the healthcare benefits side, so just look into that. And also, not even for financial reasons, but traveling tends to just make you happier and meet more people. All right, back to business. Have 6 to 12 months of savings depending on your risk tolerance. For people in tech, I've heard 3 months is recommended because it's so easy to find another role, but this definitely depends on your industry and your individual skill set. If you're earning income of any kind, set up a Roth IRA. I cannot emphasize enough. It is a retirement account. It's your own personal retirement account. You don't get any penalties at all from withdrawing your principal, which is the initial money that you put in for drawing it before your retirement age. But you do get penalties if you withdraw any of the interest. It's okay because it's only about $6,000 a year that you can put in. Anyways, if you're buying your first house or paying medical bills or paying for education, you can actually take out $10,000 without any penalties at all. I have personally used Wealthfront for my Roth IRA because it manages everything for me. I've set up more than 10 friends with it, and I have my friend's referral code below to use. I don't even have my own referral code anymore because I don't use it because I have something a little bit more advanced, which goes on to the next tip. With the Roth IRA, you can buy anything in it. This isn't limited to just stocks. You can buy gold, lumber, real estate, businesses, and crypto with it. This is why I switched away from Wealthfront because they only do stocks. And I use Broad Financial now. I don't have a referral code, but if you call them and say, Liz, I am your kryptonite, recommended me, they'll mail you $100 if you sign up, and me too. Win-win. So far, I've set up 2 friends with it. Start your own business. In the first 5 years, you can have 2 of the 5 years be losses, as long as 3 of the 5 years is profitable. If you do photography, you can write off wear and tear on your car and your camera, just like Uber drivers and DoorDashers. If you're meeting clients, you can write off meals as doing business. Depending on your risk tolerance and current situation, if you're a student who has most needs covered by scholarships and such, just attend as many social clubs and parties you can, when COVID is over, not now. There will never be another time in your life where you have so many other people around you who are also exploratory with free time and boundless energy. People do get tired as they get older, so really take advantage of that. Once you lose it, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Older people, you know what I'm talking about. If you are an indecisive person and a perfectionist, just pick one thing to focus on every 3 months. Don't worry about making the right decision. In your head, you have to test out things in practice and in reality. This applies to tip number 1, learn a skill. If you're an overthinker, this is for you. Seriously, please listen to tip number 11. Don't be overly attached to short-term rewards. Make your money work for you once you get the basics down while building up more skills. When the time is right, look into tax advantages of real estate. Here are some things to Google. 1031 exchange, capital gains for homeowners, 3 to 5% down on primary home. Something that's not on the slide is if you're a teacher, nurse, or firefighter, you can actually get your down payment completely covered by a grant as long as you live there for 5 years and if you're under a certain income. Check it out. This is for high schoolers, you may know. Take advantage of exchange programs sponsored for you by your government. I did the CBYX program and I got to live in Germany for a whole year in what should have been my senior year. And this is the website to it here and also in the description. The requirement is that you do have to be a US citizen for most of these, but I was a permanent resident at that time and Germany was the one place that I could go to, and that was actually one of my top choices because my best friend is German. This is for middle schoolers, you may know. Apply to prestigious boarding schools, and if you're low income, get a full ride. Full rides aren't just for college. What I've heard from kids who have gone to boarding schools is that their relationships with their friends from boarding school, which is high school, is so much tighter than their friendships in college. Just food for some thought if you really care about making genuine friendships. Don't worry about making money right now. Money is a lagging metric of the capitalistic skills you and your circle has acquired, which includes your family. Focus on doing something you really like working on. Take breaks. You are not a machine. If you don't decide to take a break for your body is going to decide for you. And it'll be frustrating and painful and at the worst time possible. So take breaks and schedule them in. Take care of your health overall. There's no point in just reaching financial stability and paying it all in hospital bills. Do not undereat. Your body will become weak and your bones might break. And do not overeat, because you will be more susceptible to other illnesses to come. That was definitely not a do not get fat. Google the fat paradox for more surprising health discoveries. Understand debt wisely. Credit card debt with interest over 20%, pay it off. Mortgage debt at a rate lower than inflation, don't pay it off more quickly. Just keep the payments going. If your mortgage interest rate is lower than the current rate of inflation, which in 2021 was 6 to 7%, borrow money at that rate and just use it for investments and you'll make a return. Negotiate. Not even for the monetary aspect in one specific instance, but to build up the lifelong skill of standing up for yourself. It snowballs very quickly. I had one of my friends who was terrified of confrontation. I made her negotiate her first job offer, and all her subsequent raises were based on that initial job offer. And now, within a year, she got a raise from the initial amount to another $25K on an already existing 6-figure salary. That's not, in my head, an extreme case. Just negotiate for yourself. Once you receive a regular paycheck, set a donation amount every paycheck as a percentage. At every raise, increase it proportionally. You'll never miss it, but the people that you're donating it to will really cherish it, and it makes a huge difference. It doesn't make a difference to you. And the last tip is a crypto tip. Buy $20 of crypto a month to start off with. Bitcoin and ETH are my recommendations that for legal reasons are not financial recommendations. Then increase it weekly when you are more confident, and don't try to time the market if you are new. I actually have 3 more bonus tips for you. Number 1, this applies more specifically to crypto, but other aspects in your life as well. Don't invest in projects that you don't know much about. That's gambling. If you want to gamble and speculate, be honest with yourself and set a budget. Watch just one personal finance video every month. It doesn't have to be long, just 10 minutes is fine. This specific video is evergreen, classic information, so come back to this one for principles and then watch new videos for new info. As your situation changes, you'll want more advice specific to your situation, so I encourage you to seek that out. And lastly, be super nice to yourself. I was personally worried about lifestyle inflation, but then a friend pointed out that I should be more comfortable, safe, and healthy because I can afford it, and I should prioritize what's really important to me. This is a journey, so don't be mean to yourself by making mistakes and learn from them. Just be gentle and kind to yourself. Please tell me more about yourself in the comments. I can do more of these videos for new grads, high schoolers, single parents, people who work in healthcare, etc. Just let me know your questions and concerns, and I can make something useful for you. This video was heavily inspired by Simone² on YouTube, so please check out her channel, especially for this static version. My crypto miner is in the background. This is addressed by Reformation. This is one of my friends' e-commerce company that makes Asian-inspired jewelry, nail colors, simple colors, earrings from a vendor in Mexico. Lip color, Giorgio Armani, something, I don't know. I will see y'all in my next video.